for people to join in. And happy Ram Navami to all those who celebrate. May Ramji bless all of you. So today's agenda, I'm gonna wait for people to join in for questions, but till then I'll just put out the agenda. Today's agenda is talking about the sorry about the CFA exam, everything about it, especially for the May 2024 students. Let's discuss your last month plan, last month strategy. We'll be doing that. Uh, And I also want to discuss a general concept of what you believe in, luck or hard work. We'll figure it out. Hello, 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 hello. So we're gonna wait. I think it's too early also. It's Ram Navami. Happy Ram Navami again. The agenda has been addressed. It's gonna be everything about the CFA exam, especially May 2024 exam. Hi Tanish, how are you? Am I audible? Can you just check since you're the first message I've got? You're getting people. Hi Nandini, how are you? Am I audible, guys? Can somebody audio video? Okay, thank you, Tanishk. I think everybody knows the drill. All my old subscribers. Tanishk is like next year video के लिए पूछेगी पहले बोल देता. Thank you, thank you. Hi Tanishk, hi Nandini. What's up with you guys? Happy Ram Navami, by the way. Hi Shubham. क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में? एग्जाम्स चल रहे हैं, काम चल रहा है, समर वेकेशन चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है सबकी लाइफ में? लेट्स फिगर आउट. Also sorry, I've got a cold as always. मुझे कोल्ड कब नहीं होता आप लोग बोलोगे? अमेजिंग शुभम, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. कंग्रेचुलेशंस. तो अभी क्या करो, कैसे सेलिब्रेट करो बताओ. व्हाट डिड यू डू टू सेलिब्रेट? और आगे का क्या प्लान है? ब्रिलियंट. वेरी 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 गुड आइडिया शुभम. ऑल द बेस्ट एंड थोड़ा सेलिब्रेट भी कर लो, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हाँ नंदिनी, बीकॉम एग्जाम्स एंड सीएफए पे. हाय नंदिनी, वो दिन कितने अच्छे थे और मेकिंग मी मिस माय कॉलेज डेज. आई नो अभी आपको लगा होगा कॉलेज में कि यार कितना स्यापा है, बट बिलीव मी आगे लाइफ में और स्यापे आएंगे. But hi, BCom days. Where are you guys from? So I'm from Mumbai and it's burning in Bombay. मतलब इतनी ज़्यादा गर्मी हो गई, I cannot tell you guys. Any other questions? We're waiting for people to join in. Till then मेरी फालतू की बकबक आपको सुननी पड़ेगी. Shubham, it really means a lot. Thank you so much, and I'm really really glad that it helped you. तनिष्क, दिल्ली में भी काफी गर्मी है. नंदिनी, हरियाणा, आई थिंक दैट्स ऑल्सो. अभी तक तो गर्मी आई होगी ना दिल्ली हरियाणा साइड में. शुभम, मुंबई, हाउ इज इट लिविंग इन 40 डिग्रीज? शुभम, इट्स बर्निंग. ऑल्सो दिल्ली हरियाणा साइड में आई एम अज्यूमिंग रामनवमी वगैरह नवरात्रि को तो बहुत ही ज्यादा इलेबरेट तैयारियां होती है. बॉम्बे में इतनी होती ही नहीं है. एबीसी अगस्त 24 के लिए, सीएफए अगस्त 2024 के लिए सेम. क्वेश्चंस गाइस, क्वेश्चंस. अभी तक लोग आए नहीं. आए रियलाइज एक्चुअली मच लेटर कि आज छुट्टी है, बहुत लोग शायद नहीं आएंगे. बट जितने भी आ गए विल डू द लाइव, का कमिटमेंट तो हमने दी दी है. वेटिंग. एबीसी क्वेश्चन क्या है अगस्त 2024 के लिए? क्या शुभम कश्यप, टिप्स दे दो लेवल 2 के लिए. एक पूरा डिटेल्ड वीडियो है वैसे, बट लेवल 2 के लिए ना सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट टिप है, किसी की मत सुनना जो बोल रहा है लेवल 2 सबसे ज्यादा टफ है, बिकॉज ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. इट इज मोर ऑफ अ माइंडसेट गेम. एंड लेवल 2 के लिए स्टार्टिंग से ही, डे 1 से ही फॉर्मूला बुक मेंटेन करना. डोंट वेट टिल द एंड फॉर दैट, क्योंकि बहुत सारे न्यूमेरिकल्स होते हैं. सो डोंट गेट इनटू दैट मेस. Did not fill the form for August. I need to. ABC, which level are you talking about? 1, 2, 3, and क्या पढ़ाई की है? What's your status exactly? Shubham, should I register for November? Shubham, you can. November is a good enough time. If you're not doing anything, I would say go for November. If you're doing anything else, for example, if you're working or even if you're studying in college, then I would say on the safer side take May. But again, you will know your strategy. If your pace is very good, आपको लगता है कि लेवल में बहुत अच्छा पेस पकड़ा था, then I think you can go because momentum बैठ जाएगा. But then as much as possible try to do it without doing anything and खत्म कर दो. एबीसी तुक्का स्ट्रैटेजी दू भी तो किसके लिए? लेवल 1, 2, 3. Okay, till other people are coming. I think people have started joining now. General question for anybody who's still interested and in the chat. General, not CFA related. How many of y'all are believers in luck and how many of y'all are believers in hard work? Like, what do you believe in? That luck will make you succeed or hard work will make you succeed or an equal amount? Level 1 any tukka strategy 3 months ke liye. See, 3 months ABC, it is possible. You can't give CFA without a calculator. That's not possible at all. 3 months it is possible, but in 3 months में आपको कुछ नहीं करना. No working, no studying. Then only I would say go for it. Otherwise, I would say go for November. Actually, a better place would be to go for November. क्यों अभी 3 महीने के लिए अगस्त देना है? Irrespective आपको दोनों के लिए लेट फीस देना है. So might as well go for November is what I would say. Charan, hi Charan, hard work, hard work. Jason, luck. Hard work brings luck. Interesting. The reason I'm asking this, I'm gonna say it in the end of the podcast. So for the people who are answering this, I would request, sorry, podcast, end of the live. अब एंड तक रुकोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा मैंने आज ये स्पेसिफिकली क्यों पूछा है. देयर इज एन एक्चुअल रीजन टू इट एंड आई हैव मोर क्वेश्चंस, सो प्लीज 20 minutes bear with me. Ma'am, I want to develop my skill to a degree. Tanish, you've cleared your CFA level 1 and 2 also, I think, right? Just asking, can you please confirm this? I can't remember, but I know you've done level 1 already. Doing time pass since last year, August. ABC, it happens. I think we all do time pass in our lives. Chalta hi hai. Or luck matters, or does it? We'll figure it out. Uh, Doing time pass, it's okay. Like I said, 3 महीने में भी आप क्रैक कर सकते हो, but that would then be कि 3 महीने don't do anything else and then like a horse only do CFA. It is very much possible. But if you're doing anything else and you've not yet filled the form, then I would say go for November. Safer bet वही होगा. For November, level 1 is it worth taking gap? For Nandini, this is extremely subjective. I would say yes, I did it. I know a lot of other people who also did it. Like they did the level 1, level 2, even level 3 without a job, and it's okay. It is best to know yourself. Like there are people who I know who are brilliant at managing everything together, and they did like a full-time job and CFA, and they managed to clear. There are people who cannot do it. Like I also know a person who failed CFA level 1 3 times because they were scared to leave their job. So कभी भी ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए ना, go in two boats and mess up both. Be honest with yourself. You know you have to give CFA, it is going to add value in your life in some form. If you know that you're not going to be able to manage both, might as well take a gap and do it. Na? If it's logistically feasible for you. If it is not logistically feasible for you, then don't even hesitate. Take a job, just take a longer day. That is instead of November, give maybe May. That's it. It's as simple as you have to be honest with yourself. हर जगह जाके हर जगह खिचड़ी नहीं पकानी. That's it. We have to just mark MCQs. Right? So technically I can give ABC, but how will you solve the questions? There are time value of money questions जो आप अगर on paper करोगे, you will take forever. You won't be able to complete the paper. You will need a calculator for CFA. You cannot do it without it. और वो special financial calculator ही allowed होता है. Level 2 रह गया था. Going for it again. No problem, Tanishq. Even level 1 is good. I would say do some research on YouTube. I cannot tell you an exact skill right now that you would need. For a research particular, I think you mentioned equity research, right? One thing I would say is get into reading and personal analysis. That is, I don't know how can you develop it through a course that is more like khud se karna. For example, what happened with Iran and Israel, right? How would it affect the financial markets? Why? So do that self research. Try to document your research also, because if you go for an interview, these things can help. These are very basic, because research karna in any bet, be it equity research, be it any other research, that is like one of the key points. What I would say. Other than that, I'm sure today only on LinkedIn I read somebody posting a link about if you want to do equity research, you should look at this article. I will, if I find it, because I don't follow that guy, then I will post it somewhere. But कुछ तो था, I can't remember it. But the course per se, I can't remember it. As per skills, I would say definitely reading and analyzing what you read is very, very important for you to really, really grasp. So anything, even a basic की अभी राम मंदिर जो निकला था या अभी how is it affecting? So for example, today is Ram Navami. How did the Ram Mandir inauguration financially help or financially not help India grow? So come up with analysis and as much as possible document it, because that will help you grow. So your predictions, your analysis, things like that. CFA level 1 with 90%. Aditya truly made my day. Congratulations and wishing you so much of luck for your cat. You're preparing for cat, right? I'm in second year. Congratulations and literally all the best. I'm a working professional and in person. Charan, it's completely fine. I would say first things first, analyze why do you think it did not happen. Uh, If you feel that it is because you couldn't manage it with the job, then understand, can you leave your job? Is that an option for you? Because a lot of people don't. If it is not an option for you, then I would say the first thing you should do is take your next attempt at a later date. Don't try to rush it, because that will mess things up. If you feel that you did not pass, maybe because you needed some more help, then go for classes. Don't hesitate into it. If you first foremost analyze what went wrong according to you, that is very 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 important. Uske aage ही you'll be able to proceed. Otherwise you'll not, clear it again. Like I just gave an example to, I think I was giving it to Nandini. I know a person who failed their level 1 three times because they knew the root cause. They knew that it was because they were not able to manage it with the job, but they were feeling very hesitant to leave their job. And yet they kept taking short intervals. Like every 6 months they were giving the exam. Don't do that. Don't try to rush it and prove a point to somebody or even to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Analyze what went wrong. First step. Once you do that, try to correct it. If you feel like your concepts were not clear, then understand how can you clarify your concepts and then go forward. That's the first thing. Other than that, if you are comfortable in sharing your strategy here and I can analyze it, that would also be great. Thank you, ABC. I'm just gonna call you ABC because your name is ABC ABC. I'm doing MBA, which exam 90% PCC house. Shubham, anything the more the merrier is a good concept, but at the same time, I'm a personal believer, and I've seen some very good professionals also say this, that when you do too many things now, even the employer thinks you're confused. I'm not saying you are. I would say only do CFA plus ACC or CFA plus CA, CFA plus even an MBA when you understand why you're doing it. What is your purpose? Do you have a reason for doing ACCA? If there is a reason, then go ahead. If you're doing it just thinking कि एक के ऊपर एक degree will be beneficial, then I would say don't, because just piling on degrees is not incrementally beneficial in the long run. But if you have a reason for it and you know that you can justify that reason to a third person or even to yourself, let alone a third person, then it is definitely the more the merrier. Congratulations, Amanda, on passing the CFA level 1 and also on the good news. And no, it will not reduce your chances. Just keep in touch as much as possible. Even if you study like 30 minutes a day or just, browse through 20, 30 minutes a day just to keep in touch with it, that would also be good enough. There's no such thing that it would reduce your chances at all. Never has happened. Our CFA level 2 got postponed 4 times and I still cleared it in the first attempt and so many other people did. So there is no such thing that a gap will do it, as long as you are constantly keeping touch in some format or the other. ABC, it is not a subject wise. Eventually, you need to clear total. CFA में like is like overall passing होता है, and you'll never know कि आप किस subject में pass हुए fail हुए. You'll just get like a range of marks. So I'll make a separate video on that. Nandini, study BCom. Your graduation is very, very important. I know a lot of people don't take it seriously, but you need to pass decently in your graduation. So I would definitely say if you're not able to manage both, first focus on your BCom graduation. Basic foundation जो होता है ना लाइफ के, ग्रेजुएशन होना चाहिए, फिर एडिशनल डिग्रीज अगर करना है करो, तो वो अच्छा होना चाहिए इन योर बेस. नो मैटर विच कॉलेज, नो मैटर एग्जैक्टली कौन सा कोर्स, टीयर 1 टीयर 2, गुड कॉलेज बैड प्लेसमेंट, ग्रेजुएशन का बेस होना जरूरी है. So focus first thing on your BCom, and then if you can manage it, then CFA. I'm not saying कि जरूरी है BCom में 90% आना, नहीं, कितना भी आएगा चलेगा depending on what is your grading system, but focus should be on that first. ABC, you will have to get used to using the calculator. Once you have the calculator, now once you start practicing it, you'll get into a comfort zone. And quants also a lot of people don't like, but just don't go with that mindset. Jitna practice karoge, aa jayega. I only gave the institute mocks, literally, and I gave only 2 for CFA level 1. Ritika, hi Ritika. If you're giving CFA level 1 at this point, that is from 2024 onwards, honestly, they're pretty much taking care of a lot of the skills, technical skills that you need to know, in my opinion. I would say focus on A, soft skills, very, very important and highly underrated. And if you can do any futuristic skills, so data science, AI, ka kuch bhi, anything that you can manage, even if it's through a small YouTube course, it's a good thing to do. Which more? ABC, some did not, and I've had different experiences. For example, in level 1, some questions did. In level 2, very little questions did. Sorry, level 2 more did. In level 3 nothing did, so it's always a mixed. And similarly her paper alag aata hai. So my friend who was giving the exam, uske paper mein bilkul bhi kuch nahi aaya tha in level 1 itself, so you can't go with that thought. But my per se paper mein kuch aaye the, not all. Thank you so much, Shubham. No, ABC, I have not watched Sanjay Saraf teaching videos as such. Nandini, honestly, the best and interesting job profiles would be if you get into portfolio management, investment banking, wealth management. But the harsh reality is in India, you may not be able to get those core roles immediately, even after completing CFA level 3. So I've seen a lot of people who complete their CFA, but still they need to start from the start, right? So, for example, you, in spite of doing CFA, you might have to do like operations analyst in maybe a wealth management company. So, but that would be the desired roles, but you'll have to start from the back end in most cases. Research work ho gaya. Ritika, I would say do something in data science if you can, or quants. I can't remember a course name right now per se, but something in that. Anything, even if you just YouTube it, it's fine. Like just the basics would also work. Shubham, what's your plan after CFA level 3? Ah, a lot of things and a lot of things not planned. It's a mixed bag, honestly. I'm confused with two, three things. So I'm not going to disclose it right now because I want to first analyze it in my mind properly and then take the next step. Definitely going to continue with YouTube for sure. I'm in love with it. So that is going to be there. Also, my consultations, which I do, that will also continue. I may want to do enhance my skills for that as well so that I do better in that. So those are things that are definitely going to happen. Other than that, I have two things in mind. I'm going to choose any one, but we'll not discuss it right now. Diksha should be announced maximum by next week. Thoda late ho gaya actually unko, but maximum by next week it should be announced 3 weeks before the exam. So Nandini, this is a very funny story. I started with Lokiksha classes. Me and my friends had gone. I was not comfortable because I had gone in another batch where Lokiksha sir was not teaching, somebody else was teaching, and somehow that did not connect with me, like that teaching style. So I used to go, but I didn't understand anything. Eventually, I left it. I just took the study material that he gave. So basically, I paid for that. And then at that time, this is 2018, Mark Meldrum had a free level 1 playlist on YouTube for 2017, and the syllabus had not changed. So I had studied from that YouTube playlist pretty much. Atharva Ramane, best faculty for CFA level 1. There's so many. Manish Amuka, Sanjay Saraf, Aswini Bajaj. Yeah, these are good people. Fintri is also actually very good. When will CFA scholarship window generally open? Deepak, it will now next open in September. ABC, it is Mark Meldrum. Now that it's not available for free, now it's paid. I mean, he still is on YouTube, but the educational content is not for free. Okay, guys, a lot of people came and left. I don't know why. But we were talking about luck versus hard work. Some of you have answered. For the people who haven't answered, do you believe in luck? Do you believe in hard work in general, not just CFA scope? Just wanting to know. Curiosity. And any other questions can also come through it. It's not that I will not answer it. And do you guys have a holiday today? I've asked too many questions in one breath. I talk a lot. That's why I'm on YouTube. Chalo, chalo. Real life finance. Just real life, honestly, I completely relate with you. I'm also going through a similar situation for L3. I always suggest only one thing, and I also follow it, is that start with 30 minutes a day. Tune your brain and tell it, yeah, for the next 7 days, I only have to study for 30 minutes a day. Somehow, when you feel like you have to give such little time, your brain will just be like, Are kar lete hai na? It's only 30 minutes, we'll manage. And once you achieve doing that for even 5 days, you'll be like, wow, I achieved my goal. You'll automatically say, today let me put 45 minutes. Today let me put 1 hour. That will slowly, slowly increase it. Just make sure that 30 minutes then is uninterrupted study. You have to just tell your brain that just 30 minutes, I won't do anything else, just study. And honestly, if you do that, eventually you will build up a pace and you will manage to study as well. And you'll get over procrastination. This has helped me. Hard work plus a dash of luck, Amanda. Great. Luck. ABC is like luck only, kuch nahi aur. Same going with me. I can't understand from the coaching that I take. Then I also. Nandini, the syllabus has changed. You can check which concepts are similar and maybe you can try, but a lot of the syllabus has changed from 2018 to 2024. So I wouldn't recommend that. But You can try. There are many available on YouTube if you just type the concept name. Now, the main point is to understand the concept. Doesn't matter who's teaching it and how they're teaching it. English learner, how easy is it to get a job after CFA? See, the struggle is there, English learner, because there's no placement. So you have to, find that job. Wala struggle is gonna be there. But if you have done your CFA well, even if it's level one, and you go for the interview, then your chances of clearing it are much high at the cost of also having a more difficult interview. Because the moment you even say that I'm preparing for CFA, literally the question will also change. Like they'll start questioning you at a much higher level than they would have questioned any other fresher. So it's a pro also, it's a con also. ABC, no, I have not studied astrology, but very good point. Good that you mentioned it. The next podcast on the channel is gonna be with a kind of spiritual person, kind of astrology kind of person, because I think in all our generation, a lot of us, we're very confused between luck and hard work, and we are going through a lot of mixed paths, right? Like how can I explain this? पढ़ाई की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, करियर की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, लड़का लड़कियों की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. So I just wanted some guidance. And this astrologer, why I especially chose, because he doesn't really, go deep into the stars. He speaks very practically. So are you guys interested in that podcast? And if yes, what are the questions you would want to ask somebody like that? Somebody who can guide you, or somebody who's already, in that spiritual zen. Can we get a job after clearing? Atharva, yes, you can get a job. The struggle will definitely be there. Like I said, there's no placement cell for CFA level one. But once you clear it and once you reach the interview table, and if you've done it well, then the chances of you getting it are definitely higher. Salary, now see, exact figures I can't give you. Rough average, very, very, very rough average can be like up to 5.5 lakhs a year you can get. Amanda, why do they say? Don't listen to them, Amanda. That's absolute rubbish. For me, CFA level 2 was the easiest. It is a general conception that people say CFA level 2 is the hardest, and the reason for that is it is slightly heavier on numericals. There are more calculations. People usually don't like math, and there is a transition. So from level 1, the MCQs are directly question 1, question 2, question 3. In level 2, there's a transition that they give you case studies. With that, you have that. So because of the transition and because it's slightly numerically heavy, people like call it the toughest level. But please don't listen to all that, because you'll just color your mind. Optimum time to revise level 2. I would give you optimum time to study level 2, 7 months minimum. I would say 6 to 7 months is the minimum time you should have. Total cost of CFA end to end can be around 3.5 to 4 lakhs if you don't take classes. Hardik, if you have only one option to choose, then go only for the CFA Institute, nothing else. Other than that, Shweza end of chapter questions are good. If you're going for any coaching, you can use their material also. But main and most important focus has to be CFA level. Sorry, CFA Institute material, candidate resources, end of chapter curriculum questions, and the CFA Institute mocks. Can also keep CFA. Can you keep CFA marathon? Oh, ABC, this is something I will. Sorry, guys. The stand just shook. Anyways, ABC, this is not something I'm looking at because I don't think that I will be able to do it. But let's see. As of now, that's definitely not on the cards. Nandini, what will be 6 months approach for CFA level 1? Nandini, I've made a detailed video on that. If after this live ends, can you just drop the same comment? I will definitely share it in that comment itself. I'll find the video and link it, because if I explain it, you might not get it in that detail. That video explains it in proper detail. In fact, I think I've given a subject wise that also. But definitely start with quants. उस वीडियो में शायद मैंने गलत बोला था. Um, did I say fixed income or quants? Quants for calculator, but otherwise fixed income. Should I go for level 1 second attempt? Navi, why not? If you are still interested in finance and if you feel that you have the potential, then I don't see any reason you shouldn't. And definitely a second attempt for most things is important, because that's when you'll not regret even leaving it in the future. Level 1 is playing a club level cricket team. Level 2 looks like playing Australia. Giving level 2. Amit, I just love the explanation you've given. It's like playing Australia in the November World Cup that just happened, right? Is that what you mean? But yes, don't worry about it. Level 2, na, people have scared you guys more than what it actually is. Believe me. So just stop listening to them. It's not going to be that bad. Jinay, no, Jinay, I've not spoken about the devil yet. Nobody's asked actually, but the form has not yet been out. That is the main point. Bansari, in which order should we study? For CFA level 1, always start with quants, only for the reason that quants will teach you calculator. After that, go for fixed income, because fixed income, a lot of us have never touched or even seen in our life. So, tap the hardest thing before. Fixed income, and fixed income derivatives and alternative investments should be done together. So, club these four together. Fifth subject will be ethics, always midpoint. It's a good time to do. Then sixth to ninth, you can keep any order, it doesn't matter. But the 10th subject, last subject, should be FSA. Reason being, it is so humongous that you will not want to read it again. So if you do it in the last, you can immediately start practicing it without rereading it. ABC, today you have motivated for self-11 increase. Thank you, ABC. Thank you, ABC. I hope now that you'll even get the calculator and even clear the exam. It doesn't matter, English learner, whether you're from accounts background, finance background. It honestly doesn't really matter. If you've done CFA, you already are entered into the finance background, right? So they evaluate you from a different level. Navi, it is, see, you can do self study. A lot of people do it, but I prefer convenience, so I go for coaching. Now that you need to be honest with yourself, do you need assistance? Do you want convenience? Or basically, coaching is just paying a fees for convenience that somebody is just explaining it to you. You're not getting into the headache of understanding things yourself. So that's the only reason. And which coaching will be best? Then there's Sanjay Saraf, Ashwini Bajaj, Manish Ramuka sir is great. Uh, Fintree is good. Zell Education, I have heard mixed reviews, so I cannot comment. If there's anybody who wants to give a review for Zell, please do. Rajisha, no, not at all, Baba. Not yet. Nothing against it, but I'm not. Deepak, ma'am, please make a video if any finance interview. Deepak, I have not got it yet because I've never approached for one. But I've made videos on my finance job, like jo bhi tha. Let me see. I'll try to think of something and make it for sure. Can CFA will get into Nandini, yes, actually they can, but in India it's a little tough and it's a very, very long roadmap. So literally people who have 7 to 10 years of experience get into proper finance consulting in India unless you're really lucky. Palak Agarwal, could you repeat the study order for CFA level 1? Great. Last time repeating it in this live. Uske baad, if anybody asks, all of you will answer it. Quants, fixed income. Now remember, fixed income, derivatives, and AI should be kept together. So fixed income, then derivatives or AI, whatever you want to do. These four subjects. Fifth subject will always be ethics because it's just a good time to start midpoint, and from that time onwards, you'll revise every day. 6 to 9 subject can be anything. So between portfolio management, equity, economics, and corporate finance, you can keep any order. It doesn't matter. 10th and last subject will always be FSA. Reason being, it is the biggest subject to study. Too much material. So if you do it in the last, you can immediately just start practicing from the candidate resources, and you won't need to read it again as such because you will not want to. Believe me, वो इतना ज़्यादा है ना दिल नहीं करेगा. Okay, now we have English learner asking, someone not from account background, will it be helpful? I answered it, CF English learner. It is not gonna make a difference. A lot of people from finance backgrounds are giving CFA, and that, in fact, a lot of people see it from a good perspective because you will have more knowledge about an industry and will be able to, invest better, understand that industry investments better. So don't think that I'm not from an accounts background, so will it hamper? It really doesn't. Even people from accounts background struggle to get a job with CFA or after CFA. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. There's a question. Pratham Kirti planning for May 25 CFA level 1. When will access scholarship? Pratham, it will open in September. Will it open for May? Yeah, it will open for May. I think so. Someone, I've answered English learner. Amanda, what order of study do you recommend for level 2? Amanda, great question. Fixed income to start with. The reason I always say fixed income is, I don't know, for me, maybe it has been a hard subject in level 1, so I started level 2. But good news is in level 2, fixed income is very, very easy. So it'll be like, wow, what are we doing? And you'll suddenly get very calm for CFA level 2. You'll get a confidence. So fixed income, then derivatives, then AI, then eco. In level 2, you need to keep derivatives and eco somewhere close. So fixed income, derivatives, AI, and eco need to be kept close in level 2. So fixed income first karke, you can choose any other three ka option. Fifth subject, same. It would be ethics. Ethics is always to be done at the midpoint. It really helps. Then, honestly, I would say go for FSA because they're calculation heavy again. Then you can go for portfolio. No, sorry, portfolio management do in the last, because it is very theory heavy and you have to learn a lot. So keep portfolio in the last. So after FSA, in between equity, equity, what subjects have we left? Equity, corporate finance, and there's one more subject that I can't recall. You can mix any order for that. Amanda answered your question. Jeanette, by when do you think? Maximum by next week, Jeanette should be out. Maximum. Hi, Anish. How to study every subject, Bansari. Bansari, I've made a detailed video for level 1 and level 2. It's on my CFA, Finance Simplified plus CFA playlist. You can check it out. There are two proper part 1, part 2 for each level 1 and level 2 detailed video. So you'll get an exact explanation for it. How do we ensure what we study stays in our mind before the exam? Sanjeevi Raja, literally only two ways to do this. Number one, in the last month, specifically last month, if you can do it before, then next level brilliance. Cumulative revision, which basically means you pile on your revision. So, for example, today you start your revision, you start studying fixed income. So, you'll start your day by solving ethics, that is a non negotiable point. Then you'll read fixed income, the entire syllabus together, all 4 or 5 chapters. Jitne bhi hai. Then your next day, suppose you don't complete reading fixed income in one day, obviously you won't. Next day, your day will start reading, solving ethics, again studying fixed income. Suppose you complete fixed income that day, then your day will end by also practicing minimum 10-15 questions of fixed income. Day three will start with solving questions from ethics, solving questions from fixed income, and then studying whatever your third subject is. So you'll pile it on and cumulate it. So cumulative revision will be that. And constant practice through the cumulative revision format from candidate resources, institute material for the win. Best way to find interview call after CFA: constantly search, keep your eyes and ears open, English learner, and if possible use your network. If you know somebody around, use it. Can I get an IB if I have bad academics? Subjective. Honestly, after a certain point in your life, academics don't matter so much. So yes, why not if you're skilled at it? English learner answered. Any tips for exam day? I've made a video on this also, Nandini. But on exam day, first of all, before you enter your exam hall, I know this is very cliche, but this is for everybody. Guys, everybody who's on this chat, don't leave if you're giving CFA. It's an important thing I'm going to say. If you have your exam on the exam day, before you enter the final hall, after the frisking, after the checking, everything is done, wait for 10 seconds and you have to do this. A lot of my past viewers have done this and they have personally also told me in feedback that it has really, really helped them as a game changer. Before you go in 10 seconds, close your eyes, ask yourself, did I do my best? You'll get two answers. At that point, जब हम बोलते हैं ना last point of life होता है kind of, तो आप सच बोल ही देते हो. तो your heart will answer yes or no. If it's a yes, say great. Now I'm so proud of you. Let's just go in and do whatever we can because I know that you did your best. जो भी होगा, I'm proud of you. If the answer is no, accept it at that moment and say, okay, I understand we could have done better, but now whatever it is, let's go fight. Whatever the situation is, we'll face it. That is like a key thing because that will suddenly balance your mind in a way that you won't be too excited if your answer was yes, or you won't be too nervous if your answer was a no, because somewhere in your heart now that constantly goes. So that is one thing. Number two, exam day tip, very, very underrated, but eat a chocolate or something sweet if you guys don't have diabetes before every session. So before AM session, before PM session, eat a chocolate. It will suddenly give you such a big boost. And believe me, CFA is a mind game. I've said this multiple times. You can study the entire syllabus 50 times, but if your mind is not at the right place, you're not going to clear the exam because they will never ask you direct questions. It's literally testing how well can you find कौन सा concept कैसे question में है. So that's what it is. Nandini, depends. If it's a subject like FSA, it can take up to 3 to 4 weeks also. If it's a subject like AI, it can be done in 3 to 4 days also. Most welcome, Jinna. English learner, there is no such thing as India doesn't have a high demand. In India, front end roles don't exist so much. It is developing as compared to even in 2018. We have way more today. That's what I mean to say that front end roles don't exist. But CFA ka value to hai. CFA in the entire finance industry anywhere in the world is a sign of reputation. How is JK Shah CFA Mumbai? Is JK Shah Lokik Shah? Ayush, do you mean that? Because JK Shah doesn't take CFA, he takes CA classes, what I know, and Lokik Shah takes CFA. Anish Shukla, how can we get Goldman Sachs portfolio? Anish, very, very, very brilliant question. And literally, no direct answer for this. Keep your eyes and ears open. I'm gonna repeat this. It sounds very cliche. If you have any network from the inside, that's how you're gonna get it. Harsh reality, even if they have openings. Otherwise, it's very, very tough. B, from your existing role, try to get in as big a company as possible from the very start and keep climbing up the ladder. The higher your profile, the more you apply, you'll get it. But the best way, honestly, is if you know somebody. Sanjeevi, oh, I find it very difficult. I don't know if you follow my shorts. I put daily blogs. You'll see how I struggle every single day to study for my CFA level 3. So that's literally what I do. I've started this in the last 2 weeks. I tell myself just do it for 30 minutes. But those 30 minutes or 1 hour, I don't look at my phone. I don't do anything. And what happens is 30 minutes कब 1 hour में हो जाता है ना आपको पता भी नहीं चलता and you actually finish something and then you feel so proud that oh I did this and the next day you'll want to come up with more time. There are days when work takes over. This week itself, Monday, I couldn't do it at all because I had too much of work and then I was not well also. So it happens. The best way is to just acknowledge it and accept it that fine, it's okay, it happened. Let's be better tomorrow. There is no other way. If you just keep beating yourself and lie to yourself that okay, I'll study 7 days a week, that's not gonna happen when you're working. It cannot happen. It's not humanly possible. So acceptance and very, very realistic goals, as I would say. Attitude Queen about the scholarship is harder. Attitude Queen, what was the question? I missed it. About the scholarship, what exactly? After only CFA level 1, is there any chance to get in? Nandini, there are chances, but honestly, after just CFA level 1 with just a BCom and not through college placement, it is tough unless you know somebody. I'm being very honest with you. I've just completed my 10th exams. How can I prepare from now so it will help me get good marks? Well, CFA doesn't have marks at all, so that's not an issue. And I would say don't even look at it right now after your 12th because you can't give the exam before minimum your second year of graduation. तब तक syllabus भी change हो जाएगा काफी हद तक. I would say till then, if you are really inclined, then spend your time, building more natural skills like soft skills if possible. A, B, futuristic skills like data science, AI, things like that. CFA का अभी nothing to do for you. इंग्लिश टर्नर I've answered your question. There's no such thing कि इंडिया में डिमांड नहीं है. इंडिया में डिमांड है, फ्रंट रोल इतने नहीं है. दैट इज मोर अबाउट एक्सपीरियंस. दैट्स व्हाट दे से. बट डजंट मीन कि इंडिया में सीएफए का डिमांड नहीं है. सीएफए anywhere in the world, if you tell somebody I've done CFA, even if you say I've done CFA level 1, even if you say I'm doing CFA level 1, the way that person will look at you will be different. आपकी ऑनेस्टली सडनली वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है बिकॉज विल बी लाइक ओ CFA कर रहा है, ओ CFA level 1 कर चुका है. That makes a very very big difference. It's like branding. If I tell someone I'm carrying a Louis Vuitton bag, suddenly सब देखने लगेंगे. If I tell you कि मैं शाहरुख खान के साथ चल रही हूँ, suddenly सब देखने लगेंगे. So CFA is just that extra branding. Mania, yes, MBA after CFA is a good option. I completed my BCom. How many months study I may take for my life? Harshvardhan, 6 to 7 months is a good time. As a follow-up question, if Sanjeevi, if you're working 10 to 12 hours a day and you plan to continue this, then I wouldn't suggest giving it in November. It might get too messy, in my personal opinion. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it unless you are very good at managing things. Then I wouldn't recommend it. I would say go for May. That would be a safer bet if you do not want to leave your job. Most welcome, Harshvardhan. Thank you so much, Nandini. You made my day. Thank you. Can you tell us which classes you attend for each level? Okay, Mania, for CFA level 1, I had gone to Lokiksha classes, but he was not taking the class at that time, so I couldn't connect with that teacher. So I pretty much just bought the material that he gave, which was also, I shouldn't have paid for it because it was just CFA curriculum material. I could have anyways taken it. Anyways, and then what I did is at that time there was a free playlist of Mark Meldrum on YouTube, so I just referred to that. So level 1 pretty much you can say it's self study through YouTube material, and level 2 and level 3 Manisha Mukasar, and I am never gonna look back because I find him amazingly brilliant, slightly on the costlier side but worth every penny. Hardik, only institute material is best material. Shweza is good for like ठीक है कर लिया if you have the time, but otherwise institute material over everything. Institute end of chapter curriculum questions and candidate resources, that should be your focus, and mocks. That's it. And guys, again, a lot of you came and a lot of you left. Thank you so much. I'm going to be here for 2 3 minutes more. For all of you who are still here, please requesting you not to go. One question I have, अब आपके इतने questions I answered, so one question you need to answer. A lot of you have already answered it. So I told you I'm planning to do a podcast with a kind of an astrologer, kind of a spiritual person. He is not somebody who goes very deep into astrology, is what I like. But I want to know what kind of questions you want to ask. Like I have thought of it to, like in today's world, a lot of us find it very difficult to make career decisions. A lot of us find it difficult to make personal decisions, like who to marry, who not to marry. How to take such decisions is what I plan to take the podcast through. And how much really does luck matter in our life? How really do stars and all matter? But do you guys have any preference that you want for that podcast? Then please, please, please let me know today and promise me that you'll watch it. Hardik answered, most welcome, Mania. Harshvardhan is good. I haven't attended his classes, but in level one, I'd seen some of his videos from YouTube and he's actually good. But end of the day, I tell all of you, don't go even through my recommendation. Make sure you are taking a demo lecture and you are connected with the teacher. Like I said, Lokik Shah, when I had gone to, we were five, six people, and all five of my friends loved him. They stayed with him till level three. I couldn't connect. So it happens. You need to connect with the teacher. Concept understanding is key. Most welcome, Sanjeevi, and thank you so, so, so much. And all the best for your level 2. Level 1 question bank book. Hardik, not really. You'll need to register for the exam to get it from online. Sorry, once you register for the exam, the institute will give it to you. Shubham, pure awareness. YouTube, social media. If I do it, for example, I knew somebody was doing it, so then I did it. So it happens. The more we hear people doing it, the more we research about it, the more we decide to go ahead with it. It's just dekha dekhi, very honestly. The most honest answer. For CFA English learner, it really, really depends. Even Deutsche Bank takes as a big company name if you want to know. Press Vista used to take a lot. There's this place in Bombay, Valoyam Advisors, even they take. Ashwardhan, ma'am, okay. Yes, Mania, I've heard of him, and yes, I've heard good reviews. I've also seen one or two of his videos, they're not bad. But you need to focus on who you connect with, that's very important. Frozen, saggy, just for work, only through CFA level 1 and 2, chances are 1 in 1 lakh frozen, saggy to go abroad. But if you are planning to study abroad and you have CFA level 1, level 2, then that is very, very, very beneficial. If you check out my podcast with Murad Beg, we've actually addressed this topic in depth. Hardiksha, it's a part of your fees. Whenever you pay for the fees, it's a part of it. Now they've come up with a premium pack, but even if you take the standard pack, it's fine to start with. Most welcome, Mania, Lalit. Scholarship is expiring in August 24. I defer to November 24. Ouch. See, it doesn't matter. Even if you defer your exam, then you're just losing out on that, your $399. But if you defer a scholarship attempt, to be honest, the chances of you getting a next scholarship decrease significantly. Rohit, what is your question? I will answer it, but what is your question? I'm here for exactly 3 minutes more, 2 minutes more. Are you English learner? I answered already, Baba. Valoyam Advisor, Stress Vista, Deutsche Bank, these people take. But that also is like not a guarantee. Yes, Mania. Here for 2, 3 minutes more. So last. Rohit, I cannot find it. Can you please re-ask? I really cannot find it. I'm so sorry if I missed it. I can only see. Please answer my question. I can't see your question other than that. Ma'am, is CA plus CF a good combo? Because while doing C, I realized that I'm Shubrank. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If you have a reason for going into CFA, then yes. It's a very simple concept. The more the merrier. At the same time, when you do too many things and you go for an interview in general, also people often think that are you're confused. Not necessarily that you are. Even I do multiple things together. But if you're just taking both degrees because you think that oh, having a CFA degree is also good for me, having a CA degree is also good for me, I should go for FIM also. Just piling up degrees without a reason, absolute waste. Incremental benefit in the future is very, very minimum. But if you have a reason for it, that for example, I was doing CA, but I realized that I want to switch to this, that's why I'm doing CFA. Brilliant. Why not? My mom literally called me to see her. Ritvik, this is the best comment I have heard today. Thank you so much to Auntie with all my heart. I love it when mothers are watching my channel. So Please give her all my love. Mania, what are the advantages of doing MBA after CFA? Biggest advantage, Mania, is a placement cell. And second biggest advantage is management skills, because everybody wants these two things. They are literally the core skills that we can learn today. So that is the two top things. English learner, I've answered it already, Baba. Tres Vista, Valoyam Advisors, Deutsche Bank, to name a few. Thank you so much, Ritvik. I hope you've learned something. You can also check out my channel. But your comment really, like, you can see my smile. It's made my day. So thank you so much. Mani, I answered that question just now, CA with CFA. I hope you heard it and you got the answer to that. Rohit, I'm waiting for your question because I had said. So after Rohit's question, I'll be leaving. Some Nandini, when will you guys will decide when will I come next live? You need to tell me. Usually I come in 2-3 weeks. Usually 3 weeks. Lalit, if I defer to November 2024, scholarship will be applicable or not as last attempt? Lalit, have you already registered for the August scholarship? So what I would say is register for the August attempt through your scholarship, and then like towards November, towards August, defer your exam. Your scholarship will not be applicable. Like if you've not yet used the scholarship, and it will not be applicable. Rohit, I cannot get your question. I don't know why YouTube is hiding it for some reason. I cannot get your question. I'm so sorry. It's really not there. I've scrolled above also. I cannot see it. I can only literally see, please answer my question, and okay, asking, and I asked. I can't see the question. Shubham, working. 1 second, everybody. I'm going to answer Rohit's question first because he had really waited and I finally can see it. Working as a financial sector worker, will that count as experience? Rohit, yes, usually it does, but the main point is it should directly or indirectly be related to the investment sector. So if your work as a financial sector worker, where what usually people manage and mil jata hai, but exactly it should be directly or indirectly related to investments. I would say uh, that you can mail the institute with your exact job profile and check with them that will this be counted or not. Research analyst doesn't matter. It should be in some form related to the investment industry directly or even indirectly it works. I hope, Rohit, I answered your question now. Shubham, how to tackle the L3 derivatives? Shubham, it is honestly the toughest subject in level 3. To make your life easier, it's also the smallest subject in terms of how weightage. Barely 4 to 5 questions will come. I would say go step by step and take a lot of time for it. Take at least 2 to 3 weeks so that it just drills in your mind. And once it gets drilled in your mind, now I promise you there's no going back. It actually then becomes the easiest. So that's what I would say. If you are going to any class, keep watching their videos or keep asking them. That's how I do it. I make a video for level 3. I think I've not made any video for level 3 students. Let me know what should you do. English learner, I honestly have not applied to too many finance companies. In college, I had applied, I'd got for Deutsche Bank. I'd got it, but I didn't take it. After that, I had applied to 2 finance companies after my CFA level 1, out of which in one I got selected. I got an interview call for the other, but I did not get selected for that. So that's the exact number. Nandini, can you come every week if it will fit it? If you promise me to get a lot of people, Nandini, then I'll come for sure. But once in 2 weeks or once in 3 weeks, I'll surely come. Rohit, then it should be counted. Honestly, it should be counted, but I would still suggest for your safety so that you're not wasting time in any form, mail the institute exactly your job profile and tell them will it be counted. That's just to save yourself time in the future. कि इतना कर लिया and then बाद में didn't take it. Nandini, as much as possible, keep your information as similar as possible. It is very, very important. So, as such, the problem नहीं होता. Address कोई देख नहीं रहा, and you can change it also, by the way, in your registration. So, I would suggest that change it if possible, unless you don't stay there. So, that is important. Yes, Rohit, I understood that it's regarding stock market, securities market, so it should be counted. But like I said, to save your time, definitely mail the institute, because why realize something after 4 years that, oh my god, it's not counted? But it should be counted, in my opinion. And with that, we have come to the end of this live. None of you answered my question about the podcast that I'm planning to do. Will the nine of you who are remaining on this chat answer it? I don't think so. So, anyways, we'll end it. I hope you guys see that podcast. Yes, Ritvik, the live will be uploaded for sure. And the next podcast, guys, like I said, will be with uh, it's something very close to my heart. It's not finance related, but it is something that I think all of us as youngsters need to see, because it's about how to take decisions and why everything is messing up in our life. How much does luck really matter? It's something very different, but I really want to tap onto it. Also, I really like this person, so I will do it, and I hope you guys will watch it. Thank you so much, Rohit, for acknowledging it. It really means a lot. Waiting to read your comment on that podcast, Sparks. Are you working? Yes, I am currently doing my own thing and freelancing on the side. I don't take too many projects right now because of my CFA level 3, but yes. Thank you so much, Nandini. Thank you so much, Rohit. It really, really made my day, and I can't wait to see your comments on it. Till I come live again, I'm always there on YouTube. I post a video every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I also post shorts every single day wherein I show you what I do, so you guys will know that even people who we look up to sometimes have bad days and they're not always working. So it happens. But yeah, if you guys want it, then please do check it out. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning. And in case I've missed any question, then feel free to drop it in the comment section. I promise I'll answer it because I reply to every comment. Keep sparkling and definitely keep